What is up, YouTube? This is T1 coming at you with another video. Today I'm going to talk about Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, which was my most anticipated movie for the year 2016. I was freaking hyped for this. Anyone that has seen my videos know that I really enjoyed Man of Steel. It had its flaws, but I really liked it as a Superman fan. And I was so pumped at the idea that the DC Extended Universe was finally going to get rolling. But when this film came out, it received a mixed response from fans and really mediocre reviews from critics. So what did I think of it? It was okay. There's some great elements in it, but there are also a lot of elements that are poorly handled. One of the best things about it, though, this movie has a really strong opening. It really does gear you up for the film you're about to watch because it's emotional, it's well directed, it's great. I don't want to spoil what it is, but you really do get behind Ben Affleck in that opening. Speaking of that, Ben Affleck is fucking fantastic. He may be my favorite live action Batman so far. He's the first actor, in my opinion, to nail both Bruce Wayne and Batman, and his relationship with Jeremy Irons, who's very good as well, is also believable, and to be honest, he steals this entire movie. Henry Cavill, though, is still pretty good as Superman, although he doesn't get a lot to do in this film. He has the warmth and kindness down, and I love the fact that he was kind of dealing with some big issues in this movie. However, there was a big problem I had. The first thing Superman does in this movie feels very out of character. It doesn't feel like something Superman would do. Gal Gadot is actually fantastic as Wonder Woman. I was very surprised at just how good she was in this. She was great. And also, the film is visually excellent for the most part. This is Zack Snyder's fourth collaboration with cinematographer Larry Fong, who collaborated with Watchmen, 300, and Sucker Punch, which Sucker Punch was pretty bad, but it looked good visually. And those two always do great work together in the visual department. The way Snyder directed the death of Thomas and Martha Wayne in particular is my favorite on-screen version of that so far. Most of the action scenes are pretty damn good too, particularly with Batman. Especially one thing I really love about Batman is when he's first introduced, it's almost like a horror movie. There's a great scene where these cops are like entering this house where he's captured this criminal, and like Batman, like you see him moving around in the background. It's really cool. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, seeing the Trinity together was a childhood dream come true, and that was pretty fucking awesome. But this movie, boy, does it have some problems. The biggest one, Jesse Eisenberg is a terrible Lex Luthor. Maybe the worst I've ever seen. He's not intimidating. He's childish. He doesn't even come across as all that smart. He fucking sucked as Lex Luthor. If they called him Lenny Luthor, I wouldn't be mad. But that's fucking Lex Luthor, and he was terrible. The film is also a mess as well. It jumps around so much. If I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't know what the hell was going on through most of this movie. It's not paced very well. The movie slows to a crawl and then speeds up in other scenes. The pacing's really awkward, as well as the Justice League setup. It feels really awkward and forced. Another thing, there's way too many fucking dream sequences. There's like 6 of those things, okay? So many times I'm just like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And then it turns into a dream. So I go, whatever. I mean, that stuff was so unnecessary, and it was just there to set up the Justice League. The Doomsday fight was also really fucking sloppy. The CGI didn't look good. Doomsday is an uninteresting character anyway. They shouldn't have used him. And most of the good parts are spoiled in the trailer. And also in this film, it really dawned on me, pun intended, how boring the idea of Batman and Superman fighting each other really is. Yes, they have different beliefs and polar opposite personalities, so it seems obvious that they would clash. But you know what's more interesting? Seeing people with different beliefs and polar opposite personalities work together, and I mean, you do see that, but not nearly enough. The stuff about them fighting may be the weakest element of this film, especially the fight itself. Batman honestly came off as an idiot through that fight, although the resolution was genuinely poignant, I felt. All in all, Batman v Superman is a decent film. I don't think it's bad. It has a lot of problems, but I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I am pumped to see where this universe is going, but they really do need to make some changes. This is T1 signing out.